Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are an entrepreneur or online business owner and you've been thinking about creating an online course so you can grow and scale your business, this video today is for you. In today's video, I'm walking you through my process step by step for setting up your online course on my absolute favorite course hosting platform, Kajabi. This is the best place for course creators, digital entrepreneurs, and online business owners who are ready to scale and grow their business with an online course. And if that's you, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button so you can be notified every single Friday when I post a new video. I have personally been creating and selling online courses for almost 4 years now, and it is hands down my favorite business model. With an online course, you can quickly and easily scale your business to help more people and to bring in more profits than you ever could working with people one-on-one. I recently moved all of my online courses over to the Kajabi platform, and I am in love with it. Everything is so easy to set up. My landing pages, my courses look so much better than they did on the previous platform, and I highly recommend you get started on there yourself when you create your first online course. In fact, my entire website, courseboss.co, is actually hosted right on Kajabi. You can find out more about how I run my online course business and what goes into an online course business model that has helped me generate over $25,000 so far by checking this video out right here. Step 1 is to sign up for Kajabi if you haven't already. So you can head on over to kajabi.com and choose your plan, and when you're ready, hit the Start Free Trial button. Once you create your account and you log in, you'll be brought to your Kajabi dashboard, which will look something like this. Now, this is your back end, and I just want to give you an idea of what a course on Kajabi looks like for a student from the inside. So this is one of my main programs for my other business, Instagram Launchpad. So when a student logs in, this is what they see, and they have this header where they can start the course, and there are all of the different modules and sections with the different lessons and different pieces of content below them. And you can see they also have this thing over here where they can track how many lessons they've completed, how far they are in the course. And step number 2 is to create your first course under products. So back to your main dashboard, you go over here to products, and you will use this to create your first course. So there's a lot of different templates here you can choose from. So depending on what kind of course you're creating, there's a mini course template and typical online course, a membership, evergreen trainings, communities, coaching programs, or you can start from scratch. So I'm going to go here and go to the online course, and this will just be a test course. So I am not ready to create my program yet for this, but we'll go in and create that. And Kajabi will generate a template for you to start building your course from. So after you've done that, you've named your product, you can go ahead and start adjusting the different sections of your course. So the way the outline here works is they've set up some default categories and lessons. So how I organize my courses is I usually have different modules. So for each category, I would name it module 1 and whatever the title is, and then upload my videos and my PDFs and whatever course content I have underneath. You can click right on there if you want to edit that and rename the title. You can add a description, and you can add an image here. So if you want to brand your course, if you have branded images for each of the modules, you would add them in here. So back over into mine, you can see when I add in a video, it will usually pick a thumbnail, but if I don't have a video and it's just a PDF or something, I will upload this image of my course title into each of those sections. So you can see I've renamed each category and uploaded my content. So you can go and add in your videos and your PDFs and whatever you have under each of these lessons. So if you want to add a new post, the lessons within Kajabi are called posts. So that's where you would add in a lesson. But I can go in here and click edit on this one since it's already set up for me, and you select what you want to add. So you can add in a video, which is probably what most of your course will be, different video lessons. But you can also create assessments and quizzes for your students to complete within your course. So I would come in here and pick my title. Since most of mine are videos, I wouldn't necessarily have anything in the body copy, but you can also write a transcript there as well. So within my Instagram Launchpad course, I have a video. So the video comes and plays up here. And I've also included transcripts. Now I did this separately. I used a service called Otter, which generates transcripts from your videos. I still had to go through and edit to make sure there were no spelling mistakes or grammar mistakes, but I took that and I uploaded that, and I've also added them as subtitles on my videos. So when it plays, I also have that. So if you have anything that is downloadable that you want your students to access, you add them over here on this side to the add downloads. Now that will show up on the side of the lesson that has them. So let me go back and find one that has it. Okay, so it looks like I don't really use this feature very often because I actually host most of my downloads on Google Drive. So what I do is I just put a link in the description for the video that links to that. But if you want to provide the download straight through Kajabi, that's where you would add that in the downloads here. And you want to remember to hit save as you're going. You don't want to put in a bunch of work, writing things out and adding things, and then forgetting to save and having to come back and do that later. So when you upload a video to Kajabi, it will take its time processing, and as long as you save after you've done that, it will continue to process. And usually the first version of the video that comes up will be the lowest quality, but give it an hour or two, and by then your full HD quality videos will be up and running the way that they should be. And just to make sure, because I started this one as a template, it's already set to published, but you can normally, when you create a new lesson, it'll be set to draft, and just make sure when it is ready to click that published button and then hit save, and then your students will be able to see it. And as you noticed before in my Instagram Launchpad course, I have all of this customized, and right now that'll be set to default. So in order to customize the branding and the look of your course, head up here inside your product course dashboard and click on customize. And you will go and you will customize that specific product that you are creating. So that brings you into the customization editor. So you can go up here into the hero section, and everything in Kajabi is done through these different menus on the side. So I can decide to show that or not. I can change the image. I can change what the button says. I can add text. I can change the overlay, the alignment. So right now that's set with product info and a start button. So you can completely customize that and add things and take them away depending on what you want your course to look like. That's also where you can edit your instructor bio, the progress. You can show whether or not you want an image of the course. I don't have one uploaded, so that's not there. But yeah, you can change everything from the colors of your buttons to the images used to the setup of your course page. So with all of my courses, when somebody signs up, they get access to the entire program right away. But that might not be what you're going for, and you can actually set things up so different sections or different lessons are dripped out over certain periods of time. So say I was creating this course, and when someone signs up, I want them to have access to the course introduction and the fundamentals section. But maybe I want them to wait a week before they get the third module and the content inside that. So I can click into a whole category, and under visibility on the right, you select drip. So as you can see, it says this category will become available for your members on a specified number of days after they have acquired the product. So if I want this one to be available after 7 days, I would type in 7 and save that. So I could go back and say I want the next module after that. So see here, it says that this will get released to students 7 days after they've purchased. So maybe for the advanced tips, I want to make that come out after 2 weeks. So I'd go into drip and add 14 days in there. So that's an easy way to control how quickly people go through your course, or if you're worried about people buying it and asking for a refund after they've watched everything, if you want to control how much they can get right from the beginning, that's a great way to do that. So what kind of course are you planning on creating first? Is it a signature course, a short masterclass, a membership program, or maybe a group program where you also offer some group coaching along with your course? Tell me what it is in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys are creating. So at this point, you've set up your course. This will take a while to get all of your videos uploaded and all of your content, but once you've done that, you have your course, and now comes the way to sell it. So how that works in Kajabi is you need to create an offer, and you do that separately from your course over here under products, offers. And then what you do is you go here and you add a new offer. So you create what you want it to be. So test course, one-time payment. And then you can select which course you want them to get when they purchase that offer. So I haven't set anything up yet because I don't have a course yet on this Kajabi plan, but you would have to first set up your Stripe and PayPal, and then you can go and add in things like which products are included. You can add things like upsells, what happens when a cart is abandoned. To set your price, you go over here under price and go to edit price and choose what kind of payment you want. So for me right now, I need to set up Stripe and PayPal, but when you have done that, it'll come up. You can pick what currency you want, how many payments. There's the one-time payment plan or multiple or a recurring subscription if you're doing something like a membership. So when you're happy with all that, you would save and your pricing would be ready to go. So for me, after somebody buys my product, I want them to be sent to ConvertKit. That's where I manage all of my emails and I keep track of who has purchased my courses and who hasn't. So that way I can do things like send onboarding emails to welcome them to the course. I can exclude them from future promotions of the course that they've already bought. So to do that, you would go send the member to a third-party provider. And then once you've set up your integration, you would click here and I would find ConvertKit. And then I would go into ConvertKit, find the form ID for the form I want them to be added to, stick it in there and save. And then when somebody buys my course on Kajabi, they'll automatically be added to my ConvertKit list as well. That way I can tag them with the things I need to and send them all of the right emails. And the last thing you want to do with your offer is to edit your checkout up here. So this will bring up the checkout editor, and similar to customizing your course page, you can edit a lot of things on this page. So you can change the image up here, you can add your logo, an image of the course or the product that you're selling, and change all of this copy here so it makes sense so you can really push that sale and get more conversions. It's super important that you don't forget this stage because otherwise your potential customers are going to see this default page that just has filler text in it, and you want to make sure that that gets edited. When you're done, you can hit save and you'll be good to go. Here's an example of one of my checkout pages for my Instagram Launchpad page. So I've edited how it looks. I've added in some copy talking about what somebody gets when they enroll, and I've added a bunch of testimonials to encourage the sale. And that brings us to step 4, which is to create a sales page to sell your course from. You've got your course set up, you have your checkout page, now you need somewhere to send people so you can convert them into paying customers. So inside Kajabi, go to website and then go into pages so you can create a new page in the page builder. So this is where all of your standalone pages will live, and you go up here in the top right and click on a new page. So Kajabi has a ton of different templates you can start from. You can click them and preview to see if they have the kind of look you want, but they're all super customizable, and it doesn't really matter what you start with if you know what you want to build. So I'm going to go here and click the streamlined sales page. Yeah, looks good. And then I'll go get started. So I will name this test sales page and create. So it'll start you off with a template and you can fill in your sales page content. Now this is just what you start with, and you can add different sections over here by going to add section. So depending on what kind of content you want to add, you can add a new hero, you can add call to actions, you can add opt-in forms, launch videos, images, your options are literally endless, and you can make gorgeous sales pages that convert really, really well. And just to show you what's possible, here is my sales page for Instagram Launchpad. It is a super long form sales page, but you have so much freedom to create whatever you want with this in order to sell your programs. But back to the editor. There is a lot you can do with this, so it's going to take you a little while to get comfortable with how to edit things, but I highly, highly recommend that you join the Kajabi members Facebook group to get help if you run into any trouble. There's so many helpful people in there that have done this all before, and any questions that you have can be answered there or through email support with the Kajabi team. And make sure when you get down to your call to action or your pricing, let's add in a pricing section. So you can add in an offer. Actually, no, let's do a pricing option. So you add that in and make sure you add your link to your checkout pages here. So you'd go in here, show CTA. You can change the buy now to enroll now to whatever you want it to be, and then add in your checkout page URL here to make sure that it's not going to the default. You want to make sure this is set up to go to your checkout page for your specific offer. And another great thing about Kajabi is you can preview how it'll look, how all of your pages will look on different devices. So I can hide this menu here, and this shows me what it looks like on desktop. But I can also switch to different tablet sizes and to mobile. So it's really great because it is super important that your pages are all mobile responsive, because so many people are visiting on mobile these days, and it's less and less desktop every day. So it's important that you make sure that your pages look great on all different devices. But at the end of the day, there is a lot that goes into writing a high converting sales page, which I can't really get into here because this is just a basic setup tutorial, but I highly suggest learning all you can about persuasive sales copywriting. Creating your course is actually just one step in the process. And if you go ahead and create your course without taking the time to validate it with your audience to see if it is what they want and if it is something they're willing to pay for, you risk putting in all of that time and effort on a course that flops. So to help you avoid that situation that absolutely nobody wants to find themselves in, and I can speak from experience because I did this exact thing the first time I launched my course, 2 crickets. And to help you avoid making those same mistakes, I have created the Profitable Online Course Starter Kit, which you can grab in the description below. It is absolutely free, and it will walk you through my entire process of coming up with an idea that revolves around what you're good at, what you know, what your audience wants, what can help your audience, and creating a course that is guaranteed to sell before you even spend a single second creating it. That way you can walk into the course creation process absolutely sure that your course is going to sell, and you don't have to stress, you don't have to worry. Also, if you want to join a community of other course creators, digital entrepreneurs, and business owners like you, I would love to invite you to join my free exclusive Facebook community, the Course Boss Club. Inside, I share all sorts of tips and tricks on how you can get your course created, how you can market it and sell it, and have a successful business as soon as you possibly can. I would absolutely love to have you inside. It's a great community and can't wait to see you there. Check out these videos next to take your course business to the next level. And if you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, and share it with a friend who would also benefit. Bye for now.